Hey everybody, KC here. So every once in a while I run into a retailer who will talk about the fact that they don't feel it's their job to educate customers about their products, largely in the fresh areas of the stores. They say, listen, our job is to find the best products, put them out, make them look good, put good prices on them. If people want to be educated about those products, it's up to them, okay? And there's a lot of resources for them. Now, I understand everybody has a point of view and they're perfectly entitled to theirs. I disagree with it, but everybody has a right to think what they want about educating consumers. But it was interesting, just the other day, I got sort of a lesson in how important it is to educate shoppers. So you may remember a couple of weeks ago, the Northeast got hit by this heat bubble, right? It was incredibly hot. Just before that heat bubble hit, it so happened that our central air conditioning at the house went kablooey. It was about 12, 15 years old. It was on its last legs and it chose that moment to go totally out. So we had to figure out what to do. Now, first thing we did is we had some window air conditioners that kind of managed to get us through the really bad times, but we still had to figure out, could our air conditioning be replaced? Could we get it fixed? So we talked to a couple of different people. And I gotta be honest with you, and for various different reasons, their suggestions were a little sketchy, sometimes a little expensive. One guy was kind of like, well, I can get you a cheap air conditioner on the black market kind of thing. And we just were confused. Well, it so happens that if you look over there, our neighbor's house is being, they're totally doing a big renovation. Right? They're gonna double the size of that house. Well, we were talking to their contractor about our problem. We were talking about something else, and the problem we were having with our air conditioner came up. And he goes, oh, I have an air conditioning guy who's putting in air conditioning on this house. You should talk to him. So they both came over and they kind of looked at our system. And, basically they came up with a fix that made sense. It seemed economical. I totally trusted them. And so if you go over here, and this is a side of the house I probably wouldn't show you ordinarily. This is our new unit, our air conditioner. It's humming, and let me tell you, the house is really, really nice and chilly. It's terrific. But the interesting thing was, as they were explaining things to us, one of the things I said to them was, we were just totally confused. We were getting all these different signals, all these different recommendations from different people. I just didn't know what to do. And the guy looked at me and he said, Kevin, you're the homeowner. It's not your job to know what to do. It's my job to know what to do. And then I have to explain it to you in a way that gets you to trust me, and then I have to live up to that trust. Boy, was that the right thing to say. It was his job to educate me, his job to get me to trust him, and then to live up to that trust. And that's the kind of thing that retailers have to do. They have to have a coherent narrative, a coherent story that the consumer understands, and then they have to live up to the trust they create. I thought that air conditioning guy got it absolutely right. In fact, no pun intended, that guy was totally cool, and so's the house. Anyway, that's what's on my mind, and as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.